Well, hello my little rays of sunshine. How are you all doing out there today? I'm Michelle the Introvert and welcome to my kitchen. I have another kitchen project that must be done. See those potatoes back there? I picked these up on sale for $2.99 and I've been finding different ideas on what I can use my potatoes for besides scalloped potatoes and mashed potatoes and baked potatoes. So I've been looking in several of my cookbooks, which I love to do. And in this particular cookbook here, I found a really nice and very, very easy recipe for potato soup. Actually, it's called potato celery soup. So my friends, I thought I'd give this a whirl. It's my first time making this recipe. And if you guys want to be keeping me company today, that would be absolutely fantastic. Potato celery soup. What you'll need is 1 cup of diced potatoes, half a cup of diced celery, 3 to 4 cups of milk, 1 tablespoon of margarine, half a teaspoon of dried parsley, salt and pepper to taste, and then of course the instructions and directions are here at the bottom. Very, very easy. So except for the milk, I have everything that I need. Oh yes, and the margarine. I'm going to need margarine too, obviously. And in this freezer bag here, I have some celery that was in the freezer. And I bought this celery for 50% off a few days ago. Maybe about a week ago, I'd say. And I washed them really good, cut them up, and put them in this reusable freezer bag. So I'm not going to need all of this celery. There's quite a bit in there. I'm just going to need a little tiny little bit of it. But my friends, I think this is going to be exciting. So I've been getting all of the prep work done so I can get everything all laid out in front of me to put in that pot that's on the stove right there. Yeah, so I'll give you a grand look at what I've been doing. I have the potatoes all peeled and washed and diced up, and they're in that measuring cup right there. And over here in this vicinity, oh yes, I have the milk all measured. And I think I got thinking about it. I think I'm going to double the recipe so that this soup lasts a couple days, or 2 or 3 days instead of 1 day. There's some celery there all measured, some margarine, some parsley. Of course, there's my potato peelings, my salt and pepper, and everything's pretty much all set. Because I haven't made this before, so I'm really, really looking forward to seeing how this turns out. I'm sure it'll turn out fine. It's just, it looks like such an easy recipe. Cook potatoes and celery together in enough water to cover until they are soft. Well, that's pretty easy to do. So I guess that's step number 1. It's just starting to boil a little bit, and I don't want the milk to scorch, so I'm just going to turn down my stove a little tiny bit. And then the next step is to add a thickener, which would be milk with some flour. And I have my handy dandy Tupperware container. Whoops. My handy dandy Tupperware container. It didn't get wet, thankfully, but yes, there's my handy dandy Tupperware container with some milk inside with some flour. And I'm just going to pour that in, and it will thicken the soup up a little tiny bit. The steps are quite easy, aren't they? I'm kind of amazed how easy this soup is to make. And I'm looking forward to taste testing it too. Look at all those lovely vegetables in there. I might turn the stove down just a little tiny bit more. There we go. Yes, I turned it down to 4. That looks good. Looks very good. I'm just going to let that sit for a little bit to let that flour and milk thicken up the soup a little tiny bit more. I'll keep a close watch though, because I don't want it to scorch. I don't want the milk to burn. The soup has thickened up a tiny little bit, which is fine. Yes, it looks delicious. It smells really good too. I'm going to put a little bit of this in a bowl and let that cool down a bit. First, I'm going to turn the stove off, of course. And my bowl of soup I'll let cool down so I can taste test it. So that will be my next, last, and final step. My soup has cooled down enough that I can taste test it and give you an honest review. It looks good. See all the vegetables in there? Ooh, still a little bit hot on the hands to touch the bowl. But yes, you can see the nice lovely vegetables in there. Okay, I'm going to taste test it and I'll let you know what I think. I might add just a tiny little bit more salt. Just a tiny little bit. And I'll know that for next time when I make this soup again, just to add a tiny little bit more salt. That's a lot better. Just that little tiny bit extra, little bit of salt, that made a difference. Made a lot of difference. It's very, very good. I think Joshua will like this for his lunch tomorrow. I was thinking of Josh when I made this. Yes, this will be a nice lunch for Josh tomorrow. Nice homemade soup on a cold day. Yes, it's been chilly here in Yarmouth, Nova Scotia, so I figured that making a nice homemade soup would just hit the spot. Be really nice for a lunch idea. Well, my friends, I want to thank you so much for keeping me company this afternoon. It's, as always, it's great having you. It's great having you around. And if you like this vlog, please give me the YouTube thumbs up or press that subscribe button. That would be great. And I have more vlogs coming up, so stay tuned and I'll talk to you soon. Talk to you soon. Bye. Bye. That's a lot better. Just that little extra. Just that little tiny little bit extra. Okay. It really is good, honestly, it's good. Oh my. I'm just having one of those moments, I guess. I think I better try this again.